Hey everybody, welcome to Talking Skate Down. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. If you want to join our hockey team, it's free. Click subscribe, hit the notification bell to all. Thank you all so much, and let's get started. Wow, what a victory for the Devils last night. You know, I wasn't expecting much. You know, playing the defending Stanley Cup champions and the Florida Panthers, they are a really good team, a really deep team. All lines contribute and play hard on a nightly basis, and this team's was coming off a 7-game winning streak. The Devils were able to end that in the Florida Panthers home building, so this was a remarkable win for the Devils. The Devils fan base is extremely happy last night and today because, you know, when you have a victory like this, it can really help you out going forward for the rest of the year. It could be a measuring stick to see how your team can play, how your team can gel for the rest of the season. You know, going down south and, you know, going out in the Sunshine States, you know, just to play out there, enjoy the good weather, and to play hockey. Sometimes it could be a distraction, but the Devils were able to play extremely well last night. You know, the Florida Panthers did carry a lot of the play to start this game, but, you know, that fight by Dylan really changed things. And, you know, with the Devils scoring shortly after and able to score more after that, they were able to hold on to this victory. So I want to talk about this game. Please stay with me throughout. So the New Jersey Devils beat the Florida Panthers 4-1 last night. This was an impressive victory. Like I said earlier, the Florida Panthers were riding a 7-game winning streak. The Devils were fresh off of a 1-0 loss to the San Jose Sharks, and that game stung. It really did. You know, playing against one of the worst teams in the league, and you know, I don't want to knock the San Jose Sharks. I think they're an up-and-coming team. They have a lot of good young talent, but you know, to lose that game really hurt. And, you know, it's one of those games where you're going to look back on at the end of the season if you're in a tight playoff race and say, should have won that game. But, you know, Mackenzie Blackwood played phenomenal. He was able to beat his former team. And, you know, the Devils needed a better effort in this game. They did play well, but, you know, last game you saw there was opportunities where the Devils should have shot the puck, and they made that extra pass, which took them out of the play and, you know, caused them not to score goals. But, you know, there was a bit of lineup shuffling in this game, which I really liked. Sheldon Keefe made a couple of little subtle line changes. He put Nason up on the top line with Nico Hischier and Timo Meier. Loved the way they played together. The line of Jack Hughes, Jesper Bratt, and Ondrej Palat was kept intact. I really like the way they've been playing. You know what you're going to get with Hughes and Bratt on a nightly basis, but Palat, not really the most productive player. He brings a lot of intangibles, especially with his board play, the way he's able to hit, you know, and that side of the play. And he's a good complement piece, and especially as of late, he's been producing. So hopefully he can keep it up, and that line can keep playing the way they are. The third line last night was Cotter, Haula, and Mercer, and I love the way they played. You know, Mercer has that style of play where he's a pest out there, you know, dog on the bone mentality. And that's kind of the way Cotter and Haula play too. But them three as a line, I liked the way they gelled last night. They showed a lot of offense and were able to put the puck on net whenever they had the chance to. I like the way this three played. I hope they can keep it up. I know this was added to inject some sort of physicality and skill on each line, but I like the way that the lineup was, and I hope he keeps it going forward, which I'm sure he will because we're playing the Florida Panthers again. McDermott and Dowling and Tatar round out that fourth line, which is that line that's going to be in question, you know, with Lazar and Bastian out for a while. That fourth line has been that line that really hasn't been playing that well, but, you know, hopefully they can keep it up. They played well last night, so hopefully they can keep it up in those players' absence. But, you know, the Devils played good last night. You know, I know the Florida Panthers, for a good majority of the game, held the gameplay, but when Dylan had that fight with Gadjevich, that really swung the momentum. So to start off the game, Jack Hughes scored the first goal on a great pass from Jesper Bratt. He was at the top of the line, at the point, swung kind of a backhand pass all the way down low to Jack Hughes, who rifled a shot up top on Spencer Knight. With that goal, Hughes gets point number 300, so congratulations to Jack Hughes. He becomes the fastest player in Devils, Rockies, and Scouts history to reach the 300-point plateau in just 325 games, beating out the prior record set by Kirk Muller in 332 games. Reinhardt scored to make it 1-1 on a deflection on the power play. Then Dylan fought Gadjevich, and that really swung momentum back to New Jersey. Shortly after, Timo Meier scored on a great pass by Dawson Mercer. In the neutral zone, Mercer got it, kind of swung it around to the other side of the ice where you caught a breaking Timo Meier, and Timo Meier rifled this shot in. It was a rocket of a shot to make it 2-1. Then the third period, Nico Hischier brought the puck up, made kind of this little pass on the side, on the wing to Paul Cotter, and Cotter too absolutely rifled this shot. All you heard was a clunk, and the puck was out. That puck was in and out so quick. With that goal, Paul Cotter scored the 7th goal of the season in the Devils' 19th game of the year, which ties his goal total set last season through 76 games played with the Golden Knights. So Paul Cotter has been a marvelous pickup by Tom Fitzgerald. He's just outperforming any expectations. You know, we know we're going to get a third, fourth line guy who can muck and grind and hit. But, you know, with his level of production, this guy is just, he's turning into a fan favorite. And to see him DJing before the game was something that I wasn't expecting, but it was a great treat for the Devils fans and the fans of the NHL all around. And then Ondrej Palat scored to make it 4-1 on a empty net goal. Jesper Bratt got the puck along the wall and passed it to Palat in the slot, and he, you know, banged it in. So the Devils, they played good last night. This is one of those games that's a character-building win. It's one of those games where they were able to muck and grind this game, you know, play consistent. The way they were able to play this game, every player played on forward, on defense. Jakob Markstrom had a great game in net, stopping 34 of 35 shots. He played extremely well, and that's what we want to see more of Jakob Markstrom throughout the season. He's been a bit inconsistent, but, you know, with letting in soft goals. But, man, we need more games like this because this can really elevate his confidence into that legit number one goalie this team needed instead of the inconsistent play he's played to start the season. So this was a great win by the club. It really was. To have that game against the San Jose Sharks, to have it deflate the fan base and the team so much, and they know it's one more game, but they know the next game they have to come out and play harder and try to win. They did that in this game. This was a great game against the Florida Panthers, a measuring stick for the rest of the season because every team wants to go out and beat the defending Stanley Cup champions, and that's exactly what the Devils did. This was a game where, you know, the Florida Panthers are a team that a lot of teams want to model after. They're a deep lineup. They can beat you, whether it's an offensive game, whether it's a muck and grind kind of 2-1 game. You know, the Florida Panthers can play any style of hockey and win a game. And for the Devils to play like they did last night means a lot for this club. You know, it's a chemistry building win. It's a game that can really help this team go for the rest of the season. So comment below. What do you think about this game? What did you think about the Devils so far to start the season? So comment below and let me know. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate your time. Smash that like button if you haven't done so, and subscribe to the Hockey Skate Down. It's free. And join our hockey team. Thank you all so much. Have a great rest of the day. Have a great night. Take it easy. Stay safe.